Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight.
Dozens of supporters gathered to mourn the loss of Bradley Roberts.
Our News is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. In the wake of the death of Chairman Emeritus Bradley Roberts, the PLP has announced it will postpone the party's annual general convention planned for November 14th to 16th to May of next year. The council's meeting last night quickly morphed into a memorial service as PLP members came to grips with the shock of Roberts' sudden death. The former cabinet minister was remembered as a political firebrand who put party and country above self. Jillian Gray reports.
With heavy hearts, PLP supporters flooded their headquarters to mourn the loss of their former chairman. One by one, PLP supporters filed into the party's Farrington Road headquarters, saddened by the news that former chairman and cabinet minister Bradley Roberts had passed away. The party's National General Council meeting turned into a memorial as grieving party members sang songs, clung to each other for strength, and remembered one of the pillars of their party. Father Sebastian Campbell, who knew Roberts for over 36 years, remembered him as a man of faith. He said he spoke to Roberts just one day before his death and recalled that and all other conversations with Roberts as lively. Father Campbell said Roberts had a very big heart, which was displayed when Roberts helped to save his daughter's life.
My family and I, we have benefited from his generosity. Right now, our daughter is going through end-stage kidney failure and must have a kidney transplant. And before we went public in trying to get rally the public to help us raise this $300,000 towards the kidney transplant, Mr. Roberts was there. How he heard, I don't know. But that's the kind of person he was. He came to my office, did a very generous donation towards the fund, and we had lively conversation. And I thank God for that.
Member of Parliament for South and Central Andres Picewell Forbes struggled to hold back tears as he spoke about Roberts. When he got the news yesterday, he said he couldn't bring himself to visit the home where he'd spent so many afternoons making fond memories. Instead, he spent yesterday afternoon reflecting on the last time he saw Bradley Roberts 2 weeks ago.
It was just 2 Sundays ago we sat at the Starbucks at Cable Beach. And we shared, and he said to me, he said, Picewell, I want you to continue your studies, but continue to work for the people of Andros. And for me, especially when I had some challenges in my first term, and there was much being said about what I'm going to do politically. He was one of those persons who would have given me sound advice and also encouraged me, and also assisted me at that time financially. He was a philanthropist at heart.
Fellow PLP MPs Glenys Hannah Martin and Chester Cooper described Roberts as an irreplaceable asset to the party, speaking to his fearless commentary and unwavering support for the causes he believed in. Cooper described him as a mentor who he said will be missed.
We will miss him because, you know, sometimes I'd say Bradley here again because he'd retired, never missed anything. He sat in the front and continued to be an advocate. And every Sunday he would write a piece which he put out to the media about some current political issue. He was critical, he was sharp in his criticism, and you know, I think he played an important role in our party. We're going to miss him. We have a good turnout tonight because he's valued. He's a valued member of this team, this organization.
At the time of his passing, the night before, the morning before, he continued to contribute to our debates, continued to provide information, and continued to provide encouragement. He will certainly be unforgettable and bombastic in death as he was in life.
Roberts was 74. Reporting for Our News, I'm Jillian Gray.
All right, thanks, Jillian. Well, Free National Movement MP Travis Robinson is defending his recent criticism of the Minutes administration over its decision to lease space at Town Center Mall for the relocation of the General Post Office. Jasmine Brown has more.
Robinson says in hindsight he believes his comments were totally fair, as he says he still cannot support the resolution to relocate that post office.
And I think I said exactly how I felt, and I stand on every word that I have said.
Robinson and 3 other F&M backbenchers slammed the government Wednesday and voted against a resolution seeking parliamentary approval to enter a 5-year lease for Town Centre Mall, which is partly owned by Financial Services Minister Brent Simonet. All 4 MPs asserted in the House that they could not support the decision, which they contend places Simonet in a clear conflict of interest. Robinson told our news team while he understands the government's sense of urgency in moving post office workers out of the East Hill Street building, he stands firm in his beliefs and would vote no again if given the opportunity.
Going forward, it is my obligation to the Bahamian people to continue to be their voice and to work for and on behalf of them.
This is not the first time the Baines and Grandstown MP has refused to toe the party line. In June, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis fired Robinson and Golden Isles MP Vaughan Miller from their posts as parliamentary secretaries and Pine Ridge MP Frederick McAlpine from his post as chairman of the Hotel Corporation after they voted no to a 60% hike in value-added tax. Asked if there has been any backlash from members of his party or if he has felt alienated, Robinson said there have been spirited talks.
I think that like everything you do, it have its consequences, whether good or bad. There has been some conversations that I've had with persons, and I hold no animosity or remorse against them. Just like me, who voiced my opinion, they too have expressed various opinions to me.
The Tribune reported today that during an F&M conclave planned for November, sources say the 4 dissenting MPs will be urged to toe the party line or make their exit. Despite pushback, the young MP says he will continue to hold the government's feet to the fire and has no plans of leaving his party.
We have found common ground, and that's why I continue to remain with the Free National Movement, and we press on for the common goal of the betterment of the Bahamian people.
Reporting for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown.
3 men are expected to be arraigned in the magistrate's court next week in connection with a major drug bust on Andros. According to police reports, Drug Enforcement Unit officers assisted by police marine support, the DEA and U.S. Coast Guard intercepted a 32-foot Midnight Express go-fast vessel in waters off South Andros. Officers searched the vessel, occupied by 3 men, and discovered 84 crocus bags containing suspected marijuana. The men were taken into custody and were transported to New Providence along with the dangerous drugs last night. Well, tonight's edition of Fit Friday is a bit different. Instead of hitting the gym, we took the workout to the sea and got to swim with turtles. Take a look.
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake.
It's something you've got to experience for yourself. Swimming through turquoise waters with our favorite hardback friends, turtles. The folks at Super Adventures give you the chance to swim with the pigs, play with iguanas, and now swim with turtles.
We have half-day tours, we have full-day tours. It all depends on what people are willing to pay for. You know.
Now, are these turtles friendly or?
Very friendly. They're very friendly.
If you look right there, you could see a turtle right there swimming, and it's super adventurous, very adventurous.
They don't bite, right?
No, they're very friendly, and you actually have you could swim alongside them.
Can I pet
if no.
Don't.
I don't know if you're gonna be that fast.
And speaking of swimming fast, ever saw someone fail at the doggy paddle? Yeah. I didn't necessarily need this life vest. Right, RJ?
No, but after a while.
I can swim. I can swim really well. I'm just tired. Right, RJ? Right, RJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's after a while.
Back to the turtles.
So, how did I do?
You did very well, Kyle. I hope you had fun and enjoyed yourself.
I almost forgot how pretty our waters are down here.
Oh,
and then I saw the turtles have fish around them for some reason.
Well, there's some fish that clean the algae off of them. They hang around, and they're called remoras.
Okay, that's cool. So how does one find you all?
Well, you can find us on social media, first of all, IG, Facebook, and you can also find us on nassawsnorkeling.com.
Still to come on our news, the PLP chairman calls the Prime Minister's recent Family Island visits useless. Plus, the Bahamas Scouts Association searching for more mentors. Stay tuned.